Truman the Cosmic Absolute Peace. This is a recording with Repoo, Novoo, Sipoo, Novoo. Topic and pretty much topic for the day is the word Novoo in Nature Book 3. A lot of people were saying that I did not know where Afroo Oonoo got that word from or where he revolved it from. Well, that's not true, because I asked the question to Novoo over and over again, where did he get that word from? Before I made my Revolved creation. And the reason why I'm using them words like that is because it was already created and I just revolved it. So I call it my Revolved creation out of book 3. Well, to give you the answer to that question, a lot of people know that Novoo comes out of book 3, but they don't know where Eugene revolved that from. It's simple. I kept asking Novoo the question, and how I got it was I kept looking at the word Novoo over and over again. So I subtracted the O's off of the word Novoo, put the O's back on, subtracted them off, and I said, man, that looked like, and you know, Novoo put the thought in my head and my personal God being my brain, the word November, which is his birth month, and also which is my birth month, and another Novoo birth month being noon. Because you got to remember he was a Sagittarius. So I'm like, okay, Novoo. But I'm like, okay, but how is that? So I'm like, so I'm doing my research. I went and looked at the definition of the word November. And then, you know, Novoo put the thought in my head like, no, don't look it up like that. Look at the etymological meaning of it. So when I looked at the etymological meaning of the word November, to my surprise, y'all won't believe what I found. But you gotta go do your research. Up under the etymological definition of the word Novoo, it's every word he put next to the word Novoo. All of those definitions, from novum, novenary, and all of that. The key word, root word for November is novum. Now, make sure you go to the etymological dictionary itself, because the dictionary goes into more depth about the word November, which is just, you know, the month of November. All right, so I looked, I found out that the word November comes from the root word for the word November is novum. And reason being is because the word nova means 9 in Roman language. Another reason being is because November used to be the 9th month. Now, if you look at the word November, if you take the B, and turn it into a P, you get Novoo, which is what I call the symbol. Novoo, Novoo. So this is why I call it this is why when I revolve the symbol, I call it the Novoo. It's a combination of the word Novoo, noon, and Novoo, which simply just means 999, like the symbol itself. Also, too, if you go further on, you find out all the other months are out of numeric chronological order. All of them are out of, all of them are out of numeric order. And they're not in numeric chronological order like they should be. And if you look at the Roman calendar versus the modern day calendar, you will see that the numbers got obliterated through them, taking the regular Roman translation and then switching it over to American English translation. So what I'm saying is, all of your months in the year are not correct. So that's how I found out where the word Novoo comes from. It comes from the word November. Because the key root word, or the origin of the word of November is novum. And if you scroll up, you see all those other words that's in the book, from novenary to all of that, right there on the bottom. This is where Eugene Brown, being Afroo Oonoo, got the word Novoo. This is where he revolved the word Novoo from the word November, because that is his birth month, as well as that is my birth month, and another Nooniboo's birth month being Noon. But from revolving that, I also found out where he got the ideology of celebrating New Year's Eve in February. The reason why he said to celebrate New Year's Eve in February, because you got to remember, if November's the 9th month, then December is the 10th month. I know you asking what's the key root to know that these months are these months. Well, the abbreviations of the months themselves. Like October, the abbreviation for October, if you listen to the sound of it, October, eight, you can hear the number 8 in the abbreviation of in the word of the month October. Same thing with what is it? September. 7 September. You can hear the number 7 when you say September. So all the abbreviations is the key to let you know that those months, according to the Roman calendar, are numerically out of order. So reason being why I'm saying this, because I came to this 9-mind conclusion that this is why he said celebrate New Year's Eve in February, because according to the Greek calendar, February is the 12th month. So I also came up with that. So now what I have to make time to do is I'm gonna revolve the months of all of the months, revolve them. And I got the example. The example is the same way he did the word Novoo. Just take all the abbreviations and put 2 O's behind them. So I just thought I would share that, with fellow Nooniboos and other people, because like now, if people come against you and say, man, I think that's pretty dumb that he says all Ethiopians should celebrate, New Year's Eve on February. But even though he said all Ethiopians should celebrate New Year's Eve on February, because that's our New Year's Eve. It's not just our New Year's Eve. It's really our New Year's Eve and everybody's New Year's Eve. So that don't even just apply to us. It apply to everybody on orb Earth, because the Roman calendar agrees with what Eugene Brown said about celebrating New Year's Eve on February, because originally February is when everything begins again. This is just some two topics I want to touch on. I'll be revolving them and letting y'all see what they look like and telling you how to pronounce the words. And I will put all the etymological definitions with those words, so everybody will have a trace to go back to where the origin of these revolved words come from. So just wanted to touch on that topic. That's all. I probably do another video about February, and hopefully I gotta figure out how to put my research up here for people to be able to see it and to understand what is going on with the whole why he said celebrate New Year's Eve, so that way you can see it, you know. But if you, I mean, my only, this is advice, nobody has to take it. All you gotta go do is just look at the month of February in the etymological dictionary itself, and you will see that. True peace. I'm gone.